Good day viewers, welcome to another biology presentation. So in this presentation we are just revising on cell organizations. So I want us to identify the structures of this cell. So we have the structure labeled A, B, C, D, E up to K. So the question reads, identify the following cell structures from structure A up to structure K. So let's see how we can answer them. So we're going to start with identifying structure A right here. So when you look at this structure, this is the nucleus, okay? And the function of the nucleus is just to control all the activities of the cell. Apart from that, it contains chromosomes that are made of strings of DNA. So the two functions of the nucleus, number one, is to control all cell activities. Number two is to store the genetic materials. So I have answered for A. Let us now identify the structure labeled B. So the structure labeled B is this structure right here. I'm sure you're able to see my cursor. So the structure labeled B, you can see it is rough, okay, in structure. So the name of this structure B is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So this rough endoplasmic reticulum, what does it do? Okay, so the function of the rough endoplasmic reticulum is just to provide the surface attachment of the ribosomes, okay? So this structure just provides the surface attachment of ribosomes, and it also transports proteins to places where they are needed to be used. Now let us look at the structure labeled C. So the structure labeled C is this structure right here, okay? So you can see structure C and structure B, they are not so much different. So the only difference is that structure B is rough, it's having some sort of structures outside it, but structure C, it's smooth, as you can see. So the name of this structure C is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, okay? And what is the function of the smooth endoplasmic reticulum? The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is just an area where lipids or fats are being made. So the fats or the lipids are being made here in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So let us look at other structure. We are now coming to structure D. So the name of structure D right here, this is the ribosomes, okay? So what are the functions of the ribosomes? So the ribosomes, these are just the sites, or these are just the places where protein production is made. So proteins are being made in the ribosomes under structure D. So we now move on, we come to the structure labeled E, which is the chloroplast. So these are the chloroplasts, and the chloroplasts, they contain chlorophyll, and chlorophyll will trap sunlight, which allow a plant to be able to make its own food through the process called the photosynthesis. So in general, this plant cell is a plant cell, okay? Now we move on, we identify the structure labeled F. So the structure labeled F right here, this is the cytoplasm, okay? And what is the function of the cytoplasm? What is the function of the cytoplasm? So the cytoplasm, this is just where all metabolic reactions occur, okay? So all metabolic reactions, they occur in the cytoplasm. So the cytoplasm, this is where all chemical reactions takes place, which is the metabolic reactions. So we come to the part labeled G right here. So this is the part labeled G, as you can see. So the name of this part labeled G, this is called the vacuole, okay? So this vacuole, what does it do? So the vacuole, what does it do? It just stores sugars, amino acids, waste, and salts, forming a solution that we call a cell sap. So a cell sap is a solution that contains sugars, amino acids, and salts, okay? So now, what is the other function? So this vacuole, it controls the movement of water in and out of the of the cell. So we have answered on G. Let us try to identify the structure labeled H, which is what? The mitochondria. This structure labeled H right here. And what is the function of the mitochondria? The mitochondria is just the area, okay, which releases energy for the cell in a process called what? Respiration. So this is the site where energy is being released during the process called respiration. So this mitochondria is also called the powerhouse, okay, of the cell, because it's able to generate energy, okay, through the process called what? Respiration. And without this energy, a cell won't be able to carry out its what? General functions. So we have identified H. We are now remaining with I, J, and K. So let us now look at the structure labeled I. So we have the structure labeled I right here. I'm sure you are able to see this structure where my cursor is pointing. So what is the name of the structure labeled K? I. So the structure labeled I, this is the cell membrane, okay? The structure labeled I is the cell membrane. So what is the function of the cell membrane? So we know that the cell membrane is just the part which encloses the content of the cell, meaning that this cell membrane is selectively permeable, okay? It controls movement of substances that can go in and out of the cell. Okay, that is the general function of the cell membrane. It is selectively permeable, which controls substances to go in and out of the cell. So let us now identify the part labeled J. So the part labeled J right here, this is the cell wall. Okay, so this is the cell wall. And what is the function of the cell wall? So the general function of the cell wall is just to protect the cell against any damage and infections. This is what the cell wall does. It protects the cell against any damage and infections. Apart from that, it also gives a cell its fixed shape. That is the function of the part labeled J, which is the cell wall. So let us now look at the part labeled K right here. So what is the name of the part labeled K? So I'm sure you're able to see this structure, which is being labeled K. What is the name? Okay. So the name of the part labeled K, this is called the Golgi apparatus. Okay, these are the Golgi apparatus. And the Golgi apparatus, what do? They modify and transport glycoproteins for secretion from the cell. Okay. Apart from that, they also transport enzyme vesicles, and they are involved in the secretion and formation of lysozymes. These are Golgi apparatus. Okay, so you can see that you have stated the names of all these structures, starting from A up to the part labeled K, and you have also discussed the functions of each part. So this now marks us to the end of our short presentation. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye-bye.